All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second. Let's share the screen. Let's get this here. Let's get my mug here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's just make sure the camera is working, make sure everybody's here, make sure everybody's copacetic. Got Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Victor, good morning. Jill, good morning. Good. Second eye is done. Good, good, good. Happy hump day. Did you guys see Clyde this morning? Clyde is getting his gangster rapper mood on. Pretty cool, right? That cracked me up. Kane did that for me this morning. I thought it was so fun. Victor, thank you, Kane. If you're here watching, thank you. That made my morning. Thank you. Richard, Greg, Moondog, Robert, Roddy, Sherman, Eduardo, Waterford, Wald. Good morning, Eagle Beagle, Krish, RBX10, Mark, Kathleen, Javad, David, Rob, David, Henry, Bugs. Good morning, Bugs. Good to see you. Stan, Vernon, David, Catherine, David, Hopium, Frank, Cfazio, Wade, Jody, Karen the Shark, Jesse, Bob, Lewis, Ralph, Hopium, Harold. Thanks, Hopium. Rock, Nestor, Bob. Good morning, Bob. Sandra, Gregory. How do you beat the market time? Sandy, Richard, Shaman, Stewart, Dave, Solaire, Joyce, David, Kai. Good morning, Cam. Ooh, good. Data miner, A-line trading 8-day EMA on tap today. Nice, nice. Well, I'll be talking about trading the 8-day EMA today here as well. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 potential A-lines for you guys for today. Got a lot to talk about. Just want to say good morning to everybody. John, Rick, Shamens, Clyde is awesome, isn't he? Lloyd, Angie, good morning, Angie. Bob, good morning. Anyone ever clicked on the previous day's video and wondered why you can type a chat? Yeah, one of those days. Oh, Richard, you should have seen my morning yesterday. RP, good morning. Sergey, good morning. Richard, good morning. Thank you. Thank you. Joyce, Kevin. Um, Hey, Kevin, I got a great idea for you. How about instead of focusing on what Bugs is going to do, how about you focus on what we're going to talk about here? Since Bugs is looking at the same thing we are and getting the same vibe as we are from the market. He actually pays attention and listens to this. This is why he comes here. So, Kevin, my suggestion is to pay attention to what I'm going to be saying. Stephen, good morning. Joyce, Colette, Gregory, William, Bob, Scotty, Mark, Kevin, Henry. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Let me continue this. Perfect, 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 perfect. We got a lot of people here is what we got. We got William, Bob, Scotty, Mark, Kevin. We got Henry, Bob, Dragon Don, William, Rick, Chad, Linda. Good morning. The sassy trainers in the house. Tinya, good morning. Anu Kumar, Gregory, Rayner, Ralph. Thank you, Ralph. Harry, Jeremiah, Deanna, Harb, Billy. Thank you, Billy. It's so much easier. Junior's in the house. Don, Lori, Jay Blazer, Henry, Bob, Robert, Brian, Eduardo, Jeff, Ivan, Sunset Drive, Raj, Diamond, Jen, Rock, Rick, Don, Peanut, Bob, Bobby, Dave, Edward, Naples fan, Ringo, Ellen, Mauriceline, JB, Becky, Glenn, uh, Debbie, Kurt, Doug, Jim, Yakov. Hey, Yakov. Debbie, Barry, Karen, Murray. Hey, Murray. Murray, did you see the picture of Clyde this morning? Here, let me show you the second one. There's two of them. This is the second one. You got to admit that's priceless, right? So Kane did these for me. I'll post the other one later as well. Thank you, Kane. If you're here watching, you made my morning. That was the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. Folks, you got to admit that's funny, okay? Whether you like cats or not, that's funny. Okay, so let's begin, folks. Let's begin. We have a very important day here, and let's not make it about Clyde. By the way, we had a couple of small caps that took off, I believe, yesterday or day before. He is precious Clyde. Hey, I want to ask you guys for a quick favor, okay? I know that some of you are really, really good at keeping records, okay? Um, and if you don't know, that's fine too. But do you guys remember? Again, this is just for anybody that knows because I don't know the numbers. So I'm asking you. I'm not being rhetoric. I'm not being a smartass. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm seriously asking for help here. We started doing these small caps in the morning about, I don't know, about 2 months ago. Does anybody have any idea out of how many stocks we gave, how many actually hit the price level that we needed to, and how many made money or not? Does anybody have that data? Because I don't want to go back and look at 2, 3 months because I know most of them don't hit, and the ones that do hit usually do pretty well. So they either hit and do well or they don't hit and do nothing. So if anybody has that information or any of those, if you guys keep track of that, please send me an email, roger@rogerscott.com. Okay. roger@rogerscott.com. I'm going to start keeping that data. Again, I'm just trying to do you guys a solid in the morning. It didn't start off at anything other than that. People are really liking it and asking me if I want to create a new service with small caps. And I don't know if I want to do that right now. I think it's something I want to do in the future. But if you guys have that information, it would be very useful to me because I know a lot of you guys are you guys are really good record keepers. If you guys remember how many we gave and how many hit and how many were winners, that would be great. If you don't remember, that's fine too. I'll go back and look at the data. I have all the data. Again, it would be useful to me. Yeah, probably less than 10% are triggered. Yeah. It's either like this, guys, for the small caps. Most of the time, they won't get triggered. If they get triggered, most of the time they'll make money. But most of the time, they won't get triggered. So less than 10% gets triggered, and then probably, again, if you have that information, or if you have something resembling that information, please share it with me. I'd like to have it so I could start collecting data. And it's easier collecting data from you than collecting data from my Telegram channel. But I mean, it is what it is. It's not a big deal. Again, only if you have that information. Lastly, please, make sure you're watching at 1080p. Make sure you come here and you're not watching on auto. You're watching at 1080p. Okay, really important. You're watching at 1080p because otherwise it's going to screw you up. It's going to downgrade your speed. Thanks, guys. I know some of you guys have them. Yeah, the ones that trigger fly. Right. I know. If you guys have that, I would appreciate it. And again, I don't want to make any claims or anything because I don't have the data. I know they've been making money, really good money, but I don't have the data. So if you guys have the data, I would love to see it. I know a lot of you guys are just like forensic accountants here. So please click 1080p, and while you're there, give us one thumbs up, one time if you're enjoying this video, okay? And if you're enjoying this broadcast. All right. Thank you, Frank. Again, just whatever you have, it would be useful to me, okay? I'm just in the data collecting stage right now, okay? All right. The market is looking really good right now. This is really, really good. And I liked what we saw yesterday. And even in the morning yesterday, I told you guys, even in the morning yesterday, I told you that market internals are not looking that bad. When the market opens, I mean, market internals were actually looking pretty darn good. So there wasn't really anything that bad. We had a big shakeout yesterday, but we stayed at the 50-day moving average, which is right here. Just this was a big clue yesterday that things were going to be okay. The fact that we bottomed right at the 50-day average. And I told you, keep your eye yesterday. Yes, I told you there was all this is recorded. I told you yesterday there's going to be major support here at the 50-day moving average. And there's a good chance we're going to come here and then come back down. We came here and bounced fast. That was a really good sign. And guess what? Look at where we're at right now, guys. La la, 60%. We haven't opened yet. This is pre-opening, but I'm telling you, if we open here, this is very good. We're above 60% and we're above the 8-day EMA. Remember we talked about that? I need another big screen. Oh, we may have to get another big screen, guys. Yeah, so if you guys have that data, please send it to me. I know you guys are always sending me data, and I'm always like, wow, I should ask these people to keep track of my data. They do a better job than I do. So if you guys have that, just send it to me. If it's accurate, fine. If it's somewhat accurate, just to give me something to work with, okay? Thank you. So, and I'll talk more about this later, but we are here. You know, I hate to say I told you so, blah, 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 blah. Well, we're here. It took us, remember, I was saying we have to, 60% of this has to be corrected. Well, we are there. Yes, across all the indices, and we'll get into all of that in a bit. Okay. But again, sometimes I hate to say I told you so turns up into being a good I told you so. So we're good. This is really good. The fact that NASDAQ is up over 200 points, that's very, very, very meaningful. Very, very, very meaningful. As far as Fed data today, we do have quite a lot of data. And by the way, the Fed announced that they are going to give us the economic data end of this week, which I wasn't expecting, or maybe next week. I'll read about it. I have it all written out, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing in the market right now. Now, we have Beige Book today, and we have Empire State Manufacturing, okay? And we have some Fed speakers. I said 60%. 60%. I've been saying that for years. 60. Whenever you have a bar like this, look, whenever you have this crap, the rule is from high to low, you need to recover 60%. But it only applies to moves like this, crazy things like this. You got to recover 60% of it to negate the pressure of this. We are there. And not only are we 60% there. You could see, I mean, look, this starts here, ends here. You could see we're more than 60%. But more importantly, we're above the 8-day EMA, and the low of overnight is at the 8-day EMA, which is beautiful. This is where we want to be. Look, you guys know I don't have a big filter, bearish, bullish. I'm going to tell you the way it looks. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. This looks good. Okay, just take it for what it is. All right. No. It's all good, Dylan. Yeah, 60%. That's all. 60%. So we do have some Fed data today. As far as earnings on large cap stocks came out. Obviously, the numbers are not disappointing Wall Street. Otherwise, we'd be down right now. We'll talk about these. Now, I almost did a time spread yesterday on Citibank. I didn't like the disparity in the implied volatility. The implied volatility, see, because of this, listen and listen good. Because of this, implied volatility spiked. Because implied volatility spiked, all the options, even the ones that are not expiring this week, are more expensive. So my ratio of how much I can get versus how much I could sell is not where I'd like it to be. Today, that ratio is going to be much better because VIX, I'm assuming the market's going to go up today. VIX is going to go down. We'll talk about that. This is last night's data. It doesn't trade overnight. But and that will lower my spreads, implied volatility, so I'll be able to get a better. But we're in earnings seasons. We'll have plenty of time spreads, okay? Plenty of time spreads. But as far as earnings today, you got ASML, Bank of America, and Morgan Stanley. Some of these already came out. We will talk about this when we talk about catalysts. I know that some of you are ready to go. I know that Richard Feinberg is ready to go. I'm sure he's got his catalysts ready. I got my catalysts ready. Don't post them yet. We're not there yet. Okay. Real quick. VIP room at noon today. I will do another full walkthrough of Data Miner for about 10, 15 minutes. We will record it, put it in the members area. I think these walkthroughs are helping people understand how we're using them. Yesterday's session was really eye-opening for a lot of people who want to do time spreads. And finally, we're getting the numbers, we're getting all the calculations correct. I'm doing that personally. You guys are helping me with the emails. It's all coming together beautifully, faster than I expected. The developer's there in real time to take advice. So I'll do that, and then I'll want to walk through my favorite type of day trades using trading Alpha Zone Pro. My favorite type of day trades, and I'll give you my top stocks because it's a good time to give stocks. So we're going to have a really full session today at noon. Please don't miss out. And while you're there, here's the link for Customer Service Live. Now, excuse me, Cam, I got both of you guys to deal with, and you guys look and sound alike. I got VIP room was awesome yesterday. Watched it twice. Well, today you're going to have just as good of a session, RBX10. I promise you. I'm very geared up. You're going to have a great session today. A real good session, I promise you. And Raleigh, keep saying Raleigh. It's so hard. Cam already mentioned he's going to have Cam, would you mind reposting what you wrote earlier? You had like 3 things you were going to teach today, and they all looked very appetizing. And I don't want to scroll all the way back because I'm going to lose my place. But if you don't mind reposting what you posted a little while, or maybe Gustavo, you guys could just repost what you guys posted a little while ago. But please, please, please don't miss out. And it's interesting, Cam, I saw him mentioning A-line today. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 A-lines for you. Do you know why? What's the market doing right now? What do we call this pattern? It's called the A-line. When you break the 8-day EMA and you start recovering, that's an A-line. So there's a lot of stocks making an A-line right now. Thank you, Eduardo. I appreciate that. Beige report. Well, here, I'll show you what it is. Good question. Good question. Here's the Beige report. It's a report. It's a survey, okay? It's a survey that's sent by several districts. Here, you can see economic conditions is used at FOMC meetings. It's produced roughly 2 weeks before the FOMC, okay? And it surveys this 12 districts to see how the federal government, how the districts are doing before the FOMC statement comes out. It's actually pretty important. Good question, Jim. Good question. It's actually pretty important. There's Cam, data miner. Oh, beautiful. A-line trading the 8-day. So okay. So folks, everything that Cam is going to talk about today good coincidence. Everything yes, Stefan, several A-lines right now. I have several for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 A-lines for you today. So a lot of what we're going to cover today, this morning, what we're going to cover in the VIP room, Cam is happening to be talking about today. So you definitely want to get into the VIP room today because, I always find that learning something once is great, but when somebody solidifies it or teaches it to you in a different perspective, it really helps. That's why, have you noticed what I've been doing in the VIP room? I take a webinar topic that I'm going to present at 1 o'clock, and I give you a class on the same topic at between 12 and 1 o'clock. So by the time you see the webinar, you're like, oh, that's what he was talking about. So I solidify, the webinar solidifies what I'm talking about between 12 and 1. I don't know if you guys caught on. You probably have. We've been doing it now for several months. But I'm trying to do that on purpose, not because I don't have things to talk about, because I find that when I teach you something and when you watch the webinar, you're learning the same thing from a different perspective, and it sticks here, okay? It sticks here. From 10 to 1, Sylvia, from 10 to 1. Very valuable information. And this was a good question. The beige book. And by the way, you can go right here, guys. I'm going to post this link for you. Yakov, you can go. Yes, I think it is. You can go right here, Yakov, to US economy. Just go right here on the link that I just posted, and you will see exactly what I'm looking at. As long as you organize it by weekly, not monthly, weekly, you'll see what I'm looking at. And you can actually click on these links and they'll describe what the event is, okay? Like, for example, right here. Here, let me give you one for, it's a good question, though. Here's one for the beige book in case you wanted to see it. Yeah, so I find it to be very useful. I'm always big on reinforcing things. This is beautiful. I love what the market's doing right now. And by the way, the Russell 2000 made an all-time high yesterday. That is beautiful for small caps and interest rates. So I like what I'm seeing right now. Bond market. Bond market is higher, and we don't have flight to quality. The fact that the bond market is higher, even the fact that the bond market is staying here, is very, very powerful. Why? Well, let me show you why. Here, all right. I'll show you why. Because you see how we're breaking this level, and we don't have a bearish market today. So that's a very, very, very powerful sign. Clyde is liking that sign a lot. Here's what it looks like in real time. Look at this in real time. So this is very good. This is very, very good. We like this. We like this breakout level. We like this breakout level. Okay. This is very good. Very, very good. See, I don't have anything negative to say today. Sometimes all I have is negative stuff. US dollar. US dollar, with the market starting to come up again, the US dollar is going to weaken. I'm hoping that's not the high and we're not going to come down here. The key level you want to pay attention to, and this is the December contract. Here, let me give you the nearby. This is the December contract. The key level you want to pay attention to right now is 98, 98 flat. If we break 98 and then 90, go into the 97s, guess what's going to happen? We're going to come right back into this range. Okay? We're going to come back into this range. Okay? China is starting to make a comeback. It's bouncing. It's now above the 50-day moving average. I want to see China above. I want to see FXI above 40.28 because I want to see it above this line right here. Now, what is this dotted line? That's the option expiration, the quarterly option expiration VWAP. Okay? I need it to be above that level. And you'll see that once it's above that level, it'll also get above this level, which is our lower trend line. Here. You could. Okay. Hold on a second. Bear with me here. I know I did this before. Hold on. Oh, well. There we go. Okay. Right there. There's your channel. I want us to come back into this channel. See the black and the black lines? I want to see us come back into this channel. Okay? Yes, central banks. Yes. Yes, Jim. That is correct. All right, Dylan. All right. Yes, December contract US dollar right here. I'll give you a link. It's right here, December 25, DXZ 25. So be careful here. We may be coming down here. Gold is ripping higher. Gold is ripping higher. Folks, we're overextended. I know I've been sounding like a broken record, but every time we get extended from this area, we come back down. If you're currently long gold, my suggestion is to start liquidating. Okay? Look, let me show you this. Look how overextended we are right now. Beyond, this is my channel right here. Look how overextended we are. This is like historically overextended. Okay. It doesn't stay here very long. It's going to come all the way down here. When it comes down all the way here, it's going to come down. It's going to come down. Take profit and wait for it to come down. It's at 4,200. It should come back to the 3,900 level. You don't need to rush this. Okay. You don't need to rush this. You really don't. Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin. And for everybody just coming in here, good morning, everybody. 1 second here. Okay. Bitcoin is right on the edge of being okay. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. If we break this level right here and start coming down, we're going to break this channel and we're going to go to the 200. I'm not so sure we're going to break it though. This may be the low. Don't be doing anything prematurely on Bitcoin just yet. Okay. Gold is the new Bitcoin or the other way around, right? Whichever is moving. All right. I don't follow silver that much, Roddy. It's also moving along with gold. I just don't follow it. But it's doing everything applies to gold will apply to silver. Okay. So let's see if this bottoms out and doesn't break this level right here. That's going to be really, really important. Crude oil. Crude oil not really doing much right now with the US dollar cooling off. We're going to probably come back into this range. I would be cautious right now because of the US dollar, because it's not coming up anymore. That may, and also if Trump and China make friends again, we'll start seeing back. The level you want to watch right now, I wouldn't be shorting anything right now. I would be watching the 60 level on crude. That's the November crude oil contract. 60 level on crude. Okay. What what will make what go down, Dylan, specifically? We're talking about so many things. What will make gold go down? What would make gold go down is stability in the U.S. in the global economy. We're not stable right now. We don't have stability right now with all this trade talk. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, so we talked about crude oil, we talked about Bitcoin, we talked about gold, we talked about China. Can put them right here. We talked about US dollar. It's getting softer. We talked about the bond market and how I like the bond market here. Okay, let's now move into the stock market. Where's my sheet? Where's my sheet? What is the major catalyst for today? Does anybody want to start there? We have a lot of catalysts. Let's not get over, and let's not, catalysts. Let's talk about catalysts. Beautiful, Bob. So Wall Street was saying the Trump administration trying to put us in a recession. Would that help push gold down? Would that be a factor? No, gold would be going up if we were getting into a recession. Gold rallies in a recessionary period because interest rates go down. Okay, Vano's coming in hot and heavy. He's got financials. Well, yeah, bank stocks, financials, duh, and insurance. Let's see what he's got here. Financials, ABT, PGR, that's insurance, Fed data, Fed speakers, chips, NVIDIA, BG, and ADM. ADM is releasing? ADM is part of the BG. It's the same thing, consumer staples. Okay, so I got Europe. I got chips. Does anybody have Europe? They're only up 1.5% overnight, folks. Folks, look. 1.5%. 1.5%. Do you know what 1.5% on an index is? That's a catalyst. Okay. All right. So Europe, chips, bank stocks, consumer staples. That's what Richard wrote, BG and ADM there. Healthcare. Did anybody have healthcare? ABT. Do you have healthcare there, Richard? Healthcare. Healthcare and insurance. Richard, you might have forgot about Abbott Labs. Abbott Labs. That's a healthcare stock. Pharmaceutical, healthcare. So Europe, chips, bank stocks, insurance stocks, which are also financial stocks, healthcare, and consumer staples. Exactly. Exactly. Yes. So Europe, chips, bank stocks, consumer staples. I think you guys got them all right. Richard, you got everything except Europe, and I don't think you have healthcare. Oh, you got ABT and PGR. Yeah, you got ABT. You good. You good. You good. Yeah, insurance. You got it all. You got it all. What can I tell you? And Ivano, I think Ivano got it all. Let's see. You guys are Ivano, XLF, ABT, SMH, MAGS, BG, ADM, Beige Book, Fed. You guys forgot Europe. You can't forget Europe, okay? It's pretty big. Pretty big. Pretty big. 1.5%. Okay, so let's go through the catalysts. Good job, everybody. By the way, you guys got it right. You guys are getting better every single day at this. All right? You guys are getting better every single day. All right. December E-minis are trending up this morning. Uh, amid optimism over federal rate cuts following a dovish comments from federal chair. They're not going down. So let me be honest with you. They're not going up because of federal interest rate cuts. We knew about interest rate cuts a month ago, and we still went down. So Alexander, you get a little point taken away. You know damn well it has nothing to do with interest rates. We already knew interest rates were going down before the market took a dump. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with Federal Powell and Trump and China. Nothing to do with interest rate cuts. Zero to do with interest rate cuts. Okay. Um, bullish side, Wells Fargo climbed 7%. Bank stocks, bank stocks. We already know all the stocks that sold off yesterday. Powell indicated on Tuesday that labor market conditions continue to worsen. Interest rates going down, interest rates going down, reinforcing expectations for another interest rate cut. That's why they went, because Powell spoke. The labor market had demonstrated pretty significant downside risk. The data we got right after the July meeting, which adjusted back all the way through May, showed that labor market has actually softened pretty considerably, puts us in a situation where the two risks are closer to being in balance. Whatever you say. Collins said policymakers should keep lowering rates this year to support the labor market, even with some additional easing. Monetary policy would remain mildly restrictive, which is appropriate for blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Notice nobody's talking about inflation. Nobody's talking about inflation. Okay? Like it's not here anymore. Like, you know, 95.7% of a 25-point rate cut, 4% no rate change. On the trade front, President Trump said Tuesday that Washington was considering ending certain trade relations with China, including purchasing cooking oil. Not cooking oil, cooking oil. Oh my God, what are we going to do? We can't purchase cooking oil from China. Ah, come on, guys. Cooking oil? Really? Trade representative said tensions with China over export controls are likely to ease following talks between officials. I think we can come to a conclusion about cooking oil. Cooking oil, okay? Don't get me started. Third quarter earnings season picks up steam. Morgan Stanley, UAL, Progressive, Bank of America, ABT. They're myopic. Yeah. Yeah. Bank stocks are doing great. Is just accepting it as the new norm. Yeah. Bank stocks are doing great, which is giving US a lot of mojo right now, which is great. Empire State Survey released in a few hours. Economic conditions, we're going to be seeing that. That's the data I told you that's coming out today. You got Empire State Manufacturing and you got the Beige Book, the two big reports that are coming out today. Let's continue. Look at how much writing I did here. I do all this right before we go live, by the way. This is what I spend my time doing in the morning, folks. I don't stare at pictures of Clydes. We got Empire State and we got the Beige Book right here, 12 Fed districts right here, 2 weeks before the committee. See, Yakov, I got that for you here as well. Now, here's the interesting part. Labor statistics announced on Friday that it would publish the CPI on October 24th. So, we don't know if the government is still going to be shut down on the 24th, but we're going to get the CPI next week, okay? Folks, make a note of this. This is important. We're going to get our CPI next week. Okay. This is very, very important. Europe is up 1.5%. Why? Because Powell had some very, very positive things to say about interest rates going down. China closed higher, persistent deflationary pressure. Believe it or not, China is helping us a lot right now. They're deflationary, we're inflationary. Balances each other out very well. I don't hear anybody else talking about it, but it's so obvious, it's like right on the tip of your nose. Tech and clean energy stocks led the gains on Wednesday. Japan closed higher. Bargain hunting emerged. Very nice. Following the steepest drop since April in the previous session. Okay. They brought people back to work. Cooking oil cost me $100,000. Gregory, what are you doing with cooking oil? Oh, your trades. Okay. It's like, what the hell? Chip stocks. Chip stocks are, we already talked about catalysts. Chip stocks are in play. NVIDIA got upgraded. Very nice. Matter of fact, I believe there are some folks in the pit who are still holding or maybe holding that NVIDIA trade I gave you last week. I still like NVIDIA quite a bit, especially after it bounced on the 50-day moving average. It's about to cross the 8-day right here and then starting to come back up. So we have nice thing going on with chip stocks here. Bank of America's climbing, Bunge is climbing. Stocks are looking great today, folks. What can I tell you? They're looking really good today. They're looking really, really good today. Okay. That's all I'm going to tell you. Momentum levels. How are momentum levels looking? Are we still in the crapper? Let's see. Are we still mixed up? I would imagine we're still pretty mixed up. I mean, you could see right here, right away, interest rate sensitivity and then consumer staples. Really? No soup. Retail is coming up and consumer and Russell 2000. This is Russell 2000, home builders, mid caps. This is small caps. Problem is, look where semiconductors are. Look where consumer discretionary is. Look where technology is. Look where Bitcoin is. See the problem? So you have a nice little run up based on small cap interest rates, but not on technology, and they usually move together. So it's kind of odd, but we don't have anything right now. Hopefully, after today, we'll have some directional bias. Okay, coming into today, you don't have anything really moving. I mean, you have 150 stocks making 20-day high, but a few days ago, last October 6th, Monday, October 6th, we were at 335. So this is not strong momentum. This is just starting momentum. 90-day highs, you have 123 stocks, but downside only 31. So we're now again starting to favor the upside substantially. Okay. We still have a major problem. We have less than 50% of stocks trading above the 50-day moving average. Not good at all. You also have here less than 50% of stocks trading in the S&P. In the Russell 1000, you still have 44% of stocks. So we're not out of this danger zone just yet. We're still quite in this danger zone. Look at NASDAQ 100, only 50%. 50%. No. Japan is not deflationary anymore. It was deflationary, not anymore. All right. And folks, if you haven't given us a thumbs up, please give us a thumbs up one time, only if you think I'm beneficial to you. Right here. Oops, I just took away my thumbs up. If not, that's fine too. It's not that big of a deal. I don't need you guys doing something you don't want to do. Okay. Let's look at the bond market. Bonds are looking beautiful. Okay, let's see what happens today. Let's talk about stocks, okay? Let's talk about stocks. First things first, volatility. What did I tell you yesterday? What did I tell you yesterday? Told you yesterday a few things I told you yesterday. I told you that whenever VIX has a 30% move, there's a 98% chance that within a few days, it'll be negated. Okay. And it's being negated right now. See how we're at the 200-day moving average right here? We're right at 1920. I want us to drop to this side of the fence. I want us to drop below. We're already below 20, which is fantastic. I want us to get below 19 back into this area right here. See, look how it happened right here. Didn't take very long. I'm assuming the same thing is going to happen right here, and we're going to come right back down, unless Trump has some. Um, I wouldn't focus too much on that, Jim. I wouldn't focus too much on the hedging stuff. People hedge for many reasons. We need to get back into this area right here. So I'm looking for this to break the 200, which is at 1925. I want to see us break. I want to see VIX below 1925. Let's look at let's look at indexes. Well, what do we have here? We are above the 8-day EMA right now. We have clarity here, and we're above this bar. We're doing exactly what I was hoping to see. Now, what I want to see is I want to see this price action an hour after the market opens persist and not come down here. I want us to be above the 8-day EMA today. Look. I want us to be above the 8-day EMA. In other words, I don't want us breaking down today. I want us to stay up here. If we start breaking down below the 8-day EMA, there's a good chance we can start coming back down here. We don't want to see that. We want to stay above this area, above the 15. Just like we are right now. I want that to be the low today, okay? This is pre-market, okay? Look at QQQ. Same thing. We're above this area. We have more than 60% we've recovered. God, my dogs are going crazy again. We don't want the low breaking down. We don't want the low breaking down, okay? We don't want the low breaking down. Okay. Now, look at mags. Mags, we don't want to see this. You see this right here? We don't want SPY to start looking like this. This is what we do not want to see today. This is what we do not want to see today. If you can't see the difference between the two, then you need some chart trading experience. Look at QQQ, look at SPY, and now look at MAGS. Where is the meat of the candle? It's below this area. I know we're talking details, but these details are more important than you could ever imagine today. And no, Kramer's not going to get this deep with you. See where we're at right now in mega caps? So look, if we open here, flirt around with this, sucker a bunch of longs this morning, and then start drifting, we're going to just end up being right here again, and MAGS will push QQQ, the low, into this area. We do not want that. MAGs are lagging behind. That's a red flag right now. They're up over 1%, but they're still lagging behind. I want this to be up here. Does everybody understand what I just said? I want this to be up here. For example, like that. Like that. That's what I want. I'm not getting it, okay? But that's what I want. I don't want the SPY and QQQ to look like this at the end of the day today. If it does, no soup. We're below the 8-day and we're below the 50%. Basically, use the 60% or 8-day, 15-day. That's these two lines right here. See that? Not good. Let's look at SMH. SMH is looking fantastic. We don't even have any part of it touching the 8-day EMA. We want this. We don't want this. Okay? We want this. We don't want that. I can't be any more descriptive with you than what I'm showing you right now. Okay? This is about as descriptive. This is what we don't want to see. This is what we want to see. Okay? So keep an eye on the indexes today. Let's look at the Dow. The Dow, beautifully above the 8-day. Look, bounced off above the 8-day. We don't want this to look like this. We want this to look like this, okay? Look at Russell 2000 right now. That's beautiful right there. That's a nice breakout, all-time high. It's very nice. But I'm concerned we're going to come to the 8-day and kiss it. Kind of like what we did yesterday with the SPY. See how we kissed kissed it and came back. That's what we don't want to see. See how we're coming into the 8-day? We don't want to look like this. I can't be any more clearer with you. Put the call ratio. Let's check. Good, good. I don't think it's going to do anything right now, but let's take a look. Yeah, that's why I look at it always in the morning. It's nice, right in the middle of things. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I didn't think it would be. It's not giving us anything. It's just telling us we're right in the center of things. Okay. So you guys understanding what I'm saying? I'm being very specific with you today. This is what I don't want to see. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. I want to see all the price action when the market opens above the 8 and the 15. Not like this. I know we're spending a lot of time on this, but it's really important because if the market starts looking like this, and we're not above the 8-day EMA, then we can't recover 60% of this, and that means there's no soup for you. So you're going to be really careful in watching the market closely today, and obviously I'll be updating you every minute of the day so you know what's going on there. Time for our levels. Let's do levels. Ready for levels? And if you don't want me to do these levels, if they're not helpful to you, just tell me so I don't waste my time. Um, I've been told they're like the most useful thing that I do by some. So let me know if that's the case or not. I want to make sure that this is useful to you. I'm hoping that mags will come up. Okay. I'm hoping that the mags will come up, not come down. This level right here. That's for shits and giggles. I'll put that there. All right. We'll start with the max today. Why not, right? Let me post this for you. People love Clyde's pick this morning. Mags and overnight levels. Okay. Spy. Let's do spy. Oops. Let's do spy. Overnight levels. Oops. What the hell is all this? Here, erase all. Nice levels on the spy today. Very clear levels on the spy today, too. Almost like no random trading action. This is nice. I like this. I like the overnight trading action here. Okay, that's pretty good right there. Let me give you that. I know Richard uses these when he day trades. I know Richard was up almost, I think, over 40K yesterday. I'm not sure. I don't think I sent the last one, Richard. Here is. Okay. Intraday overnight. I'm trying to say the same thing, so don't get do you feel there will be a drop in the SPY today? I don't feel anything. I don't feel markets. I don't feel anything. I like what I'm seeing right now. Levels you post are very, very useful. Good, 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 good. Good. QQQ. Let's put QQQ here. Okay. Let me give you these. Give you these levels. QQQ levels. We gave you SPY levels. Let me give you mags. Let me give you Dow levels. You do this for a few years and you'll start getting pretty good at doing this. Even not a few years, a few months, you'll start see how your levels match my levels. That's what I want you guys to do. See Dow levels. All right. Oh, thank you guys. Thanks. Yeah, I'll do SMH in a second. SMH. Just delete these. Okay. SMH levels. What did I miss? Carla says the SPY has blown through your levels most days. Don't understand what we're doing with these levels. Well, Carla, I had a session. Did you miss the session that I had? I had a session that I had in the VIP room. The, the the point is for the SPY to blow through these levels. That's the point. Carla, come into the VIP room and I'll talk about it today. Or maybe somebody can explain to Carla how we use these levels because Richard's using them right now to day trade the SPY as we're speaking. Okay. These levels mostly weighted every morning. Oh, good, good. I'm glad you like these levels. Yeah, Carla, I don't think you're understanding them correctly. The point is for the SPY to break through these levels. That's the point. And no, Carla, I'm not bullying you, Carla. Okay, I'm just responding to your answer because you always think I'm bullying you for some reason. I don't know why, but I'll gladly explain it in the VIP room today. I just don't want to. I don't have much time here, but I will. If you ask me, I'll show you again how we use them. Matter of fact, I'll give you examples from today's session. So Richard says yes, already up 6,000 on the. Yeah, I'm talking to Richard right now, Carla, and he's literally using these levels right now to make $6,000, and he's telling me in real time right now how useful these levels are. But Carla is telling me how she doesn't get it. So all right, I'll go through them again, Carla. I'll go through them again. That's right, Stefan. That is correct. Carla, Carla, Carla. Of course, of course. That's why I repeat stuff all the time. Here's IWM levels. That's why I said if somebody has a question, I'll go through it today. And I'll use today's levels as an example to show Carla how today's levels interact with everything. That's what I'll do today. But literally, Richard's literally telling me right now how he's using these levels and he just made 6K. So they're pretty effective. They're pretty effective. Let me give you bond levels. Okay, well, I'll talk about it today. We'll show you today how to use these levels. Okay? Just like you use AZP levels. Same way. TLT levels. Let me redo these. Yeah, I don't want to draw anymore here. There. Okay. And Carla, if they're not useful to you, don't use them. You bully when you claim someone is the only one who doesn't understand, telling me you're not bullying. Okay, Carla. Okay, go see a psychiatrist. Okay, please. I don't have time for this. Please, honestly, Carla, I don't have time for this. Seriously. She still is, Gregory. Look, Carla, I didn't say you're not I never said you're the only one I didn't say you're not the only one who understands. I never said any of this stuff. Like I said, I'll show you today in the VIP room how to do it. And I never said you were the only one who doesn't understand this. Please don't put words in my mouth. TLT levels. Okay. Yeah, bugs. That's a she should definitely take that advice. All right. Um, all right. How about we go through small caps? You guys love the small caps. Let's go through the small caps. By the way, have we been hitting the small caps? Shemens, listen to me, Shemens. Last night, for about an hour and a half, Richard and I were communicating about his trading tactics. Okay, there was other people in the room when we were doing it. We were doing it privately. Okay, I want to ask you guys: was there anything different than Richard? Is there anything different that you guys learned from that 90-minute discussion that I had yesterday of what Richard and me do, or was it like the same thing? Like the same thing. 99% of it was exactly the same thing. So if anybody was there yesterday on that discussion that I had with Richard, 90-minute discussion, it was a limited discussion. Would you say it was exactly the same? Shemens, start listening to what I'm teaching you here. Okay? All right. If you want to know what Richard does, you should listen to what I'm telling you here. Because he mimics exactly what we do here. The only difference is he actually listens very closely and follows directions. Okay, let's look at the small caps. Look what Bob was in that discussion yesterday. He wrote yes. Penny was in that discussion yesterday. I promise you, she'll tell you yes. Okay. Larry, I didn't do the BAC spread yesterday. I told you that I didn't want to do it because the liquidity wasn't there. Yeah, she likes to pick fights with me all the time. Her usual MO is that I'm a bully. That's her MO. I'm bullying her somehow. I don't know how, but somehow I'm bullying her. Okay, let's look at small caps. That's okay. Okay, let's look at small caps. Let's see if there's any small. I'm genuinely trying to help everybody here, but somehow I end up being a bully. Okay, let's no soup here, no soup there, no soup here. Oh, there's some soup here. Okay. PFAI above 580. I'm going to write this for you guys, okay? Exactly right. That's exactly right. And I told you the implied volatility was not, the difference wasn't good enough. This is small caps. Mm-hmm. Thank you for explaining to me what bullying is, Carla. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, we're gonna have to add this to our list too. RKDA greater than 767. Okay, let's continue. SDOT above 17 above 1745. Thank you, Moondog. Thank you. It's not, we did it privately. I did it privately with like 8 people yesterday. And they were all like, I mean, Richard, let me ask you a question. Richard's here. We spent about 90 minutes chatting on Telegram yesterday. Did you find any surprises of what I said, or did I find any surprises of what you said? Was there any like, oh my God, I didn't know you did? Was there anything like that? No, no. And we went on for about, and I asked him a lot of questions, and there was no surprises there. Uh, SDOT, SDOT. I'll go through them again before we're done. Let me just get them all for you. Seed. There's a lot today. Look at this. Seed. Seed. Above $3. Seed. Yep. See? No, it was basically a review. Yep. Seed. $3. Ooh, coot. Coot. Now remember, guys, most of these don't get hit. So just I'm trying to explain. Most of these will not get hit. 512. 512. Ooh, I'm going to be late for work today. Thank you, Richard. Thank you. Let's see if there's any others. That's Coot. That's all I got. So let's now go through them again, just to make sure you guys have them, okay? Yes, go long above. So PFAI, okay? Greater than 580. RKDA greater than 767. SDOT, great. I know it sounds like Spotify, but it's not. It's SDOT, greater than 1745. And Coot, greater than 512. And last one, Seed, greater than $3. Okay? You want me to look at GNPX? GNPX. Didn't wasn't this looks good. Yes, we'll add GNP. Thank you for that. GNPX, yes. GNPX. Thank you for that. Above 65 cents. 65 cents. So let me write. Thank you for that. I'll look at a couple in a second. Hold on. Uh, DF. So let me write this down. GNP. I love when you guys help out. I really love when you guys help out. GNPX. Hold on. Hold on. Above 65 cents. Let's see. What was the other one? DFLI? No, there's no volume here. No, but I do like that one. I do like GNPX. Thank you, Rob. Cosm. Let's look at Cosm. No, there's no volume here. No, just the ones I gave you. And remember, usually like one or none hit. Okay. All right. I got to get out of here. So let me give you my stocks. Okay. I really am late. I'm going to be really late for work and I'm going to get in trouble with my boss. And he's a gangster rapper. So when I get in trouble with him, he gets very upset. Folks, be careful of the short side today, generally speaking. I like where the market is. Let me just see where the SPY is right now. MSTR. If it breaks this, we may have another dump. That's not MNST. That's MSTR. I confuse them all the time, okay? Maybe nice little A line if it starts coming back down. It's a little strong this morning. ANF. Oh, the pool man is here. The SPY is looking angelic right now, by the way. I like Abercrombie, and I'll give you my final instructions before I leave. And I have a bunch of A lines for you guys, so don't go anywhere. QFIN looks really nice for a short. Let me circle that. GLNG, Golar. I don't think I've ever traded this stock before, but looks pretty weak here. I liked QFIN so much that I wrote it twice. So I must really like that QFIN because I wrote it twice on the same list. So I'm either getting old and I'm losing my mind, or I really like that stock. Forward looks good too. But I did write QFIN twice, which means I usually if I write something twice, I really like it. Now let me give you MNST, not MSTR, MNST. MNST. If it stays above this area right here, you got yourself an A line. Only if it goes above this 68.92, okay? All right. United Health again is back in with, but remember we have the 200 here, so we have to be careful. But that is an A line right there, okay? AFL. I'm not gonna. I don't want to pick on her. I want to help Carla. I want Carla to be a professional trader. Above 112.34. TEL. If it goes above this area, you got yourself an A line. Just got to get above this hump right here. LHX. This is a beautiful A line right here, guys. That's a classic A line, and it's already there because we're already above this level. So you have an A line right here. That's a very nice A line. Let me circle it. Told you I'd have a lot of A lines for you. Why? Because the market is doing an A line. A line is when I have a class on A line. I'll go to, hey, Trader Momo, go to Customer Service Live. They're going to be talking about A line today. Here's the link. For anybody that wants to know what the A line is, here's a link for you guys between 10 and 1 o'clock. Guess what? This is a beautiful A line right now. This is a beautiful A line, and LHX is a beautiful A line. These two are beautiful A lines right now. Why am I not writing this down? You know, I should be trading this instead of giving you guys all this stuff. NOC. If it goes above this line right here, just a little bit more, you're going to have a beautiful A line. Remember, LHX and NOC are related. Now, these are breakouts. These are not, sorry, wrong ticker. Those were my A lines. These are not A lines right here. These are just good looking stocks that I like. Right there. Was an A line right here. Not anymore. Now it's a breakout. Rocket Lab. CVS I like. Yeah, these are swing trades. and I still like Newmont. Let me take a look at APH. I liked it a few days ago. Carla, these are all swing trades that can be day traded from the VWAP. Okay. You could swing them from the 8-day EMA or you could day trade them from the VWAP. So you should set two alerts, one at the 8-day EMA and one at the VWAP. How many times have I told you guys to do that? And how many times have I demonstrated that for you guys? Maybe 2,000 times by now, but we've done that many, many times. Newmont's a little overextended. Wait for it to come back down here along with gold. I warned you. But remember, they don't move together. These are companies. And I have one more update for you. I'm just letting you know. I'm using this as an opportunity to update you. Oh, APH. Let's take a look at APH. I wanted to look at it myself, to be honest with you, Matt. Oh, that is a Mamma mia. But that's a breakout. It was an A line right here. Now it's a breakout A line. But boy, oh boy, this is beauty. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Mamma mia. All right. Now let me give you some bad stuff, okay? Bad stuff. One bad thing. Our pit trade. Our pit trade, we have one pit trade. That's what was it? AbbVie. AbbVie yesterday crossed the 15-day. Okay. It's a red flag. If AbbVie closes today or looks like it's closing below the 15-day, I'm going to have to cut it. It's the rules of the trade. Like, don't blame me, and we'll have to take a loss. I don't know if that's going to happen. AbbVie may start coming back up. I don't know, but I don't like this. Okay, I'm just using this as an opportunity, so I don't have to type it out for anybody who's in the pit. We only have one position. This would be our first loss, not bonus trade, but our first loss in maybe a month or 3 weeks, not including bonus trades. But we'll see. We're still in it. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see. But I'm not liking this, especially in light of the market right now. Just giving you heads up what I'm seeing ahead of the bell. I'm not going to liquidate this till 359 if it's still below the 15. I'm just letting you know right now what I'm thinking. Okay, excuse me. This is just what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking right now. Okay. All right. Let me give you some more links. And God, I gotta stop doing this. I'm spending too much time here with you guys. I should have been at work already. All right. Sad. Hey, hate to cut. Well, we're not there yet. We're not there yet, Eagle Beagle. I'm just saying that if at the end of the day it's still below the 15-day, I got to get to the office. And here is customer service live. I got to get to the office, guys, or Clyde will be upset at me. Exactly. We don't want him busting a cap. Sorry, folks. I got to get out of here. I like what I'm seeing. What I don't want to see is I don't want the market to close today below the 8-day EMA like this. I don't want this to be the closing today. I want the closing to look like this today. That's the best thing I could tell you, okay? And then keep an eye on the levels. And Carla, I'll talk about these lines today. And again, you could just ask me and I'll tell you. I'm not trying to pick on you. I'm trying to educate you. Bye, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Bye. My New Year's resolution is to make Carla into our number one trader, guys. Okay? That's what and I'm not kidding. I'm serious. I want to make her into a professional trader. I love challenges, you know? Bye, guys. I'll see you later. Have a great day. Roger@rogerscott.com. See you all later. Bye, everybody.